Guys, another wonderful show. It's becoming to some kind of great vice for me to freaking come on this show and talk about a whole host of craziness with our dear guests. And tonight is one. It's one for the books. It's an epic show, no less. I have a great, remarkable person, an ultra talented individual, creative on more than one level. The guy's fascinating. He's done a host of things across the spectrum. The guy is fabulous. I can't say enough good things about you. God darn it. I have the wonderful, the one and only comedian, actor, producer, director. Let's give it up for Mr. Brandon Johnson. How do you feel, my man?
I feel good. Thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate the opportunity to sit down and speak to you.
You're so gracious in coming all the way up here and making the trek out here from San Diego area or wherever. I mean, it's equally far, right? It's like a 2.5-hour drive or what?
Yeah, it's a little populated black area.
Did
you said San Diego. I'm like, damn, you went thinking, damn, that many is Orange County, but you even went to San Diego. I'm like, it's no black people there either. San Diego.
This guy came up here in a camel. It took you like 3 hours, 4 hours. There's a lot of traffic, right?
It's rough with DEI, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it really
Brothers
is.
riding camels these days.
So let's backtrack. You and I, we met on the B.D. Freeman show, which was quite a hoot, and we said a lot of crazy stuff on that show. We're gonna reserve some of that and allow that to sort of unspool the way it's supposed to when it does a drop, because it hasn't as of yet, as we understand. But that's okay, because we got a lot of other stories we like to talk about. Let's rewind, take it all the way from the humble beginnings, Chicago, right? Yeah. Wow, it's a windy city. Is it really that windy?
I'm actually from a suburb, Joliet.
Okay.
South Chicago.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's the Midwest. It's cold, three seasons, harsh winters, right?
Right.
Because it's the wind and it's the snow, and it just, it's a different style of living, right?
Yeah.
Totally different style of living. But I've adapted. I've, went away for college, and I never really went back home. So I've now lived outside of the state. Longer than living growing up there in the States. So
holy shit.
Yeah. So it's a different experience, different people.
You're like a prodigal son, huh?
Some people think Jesus was black, Some, I don't know what you think, but I don't know.
He's a Jew.
I don't know. Hey, listen.
Being part Jew. Let's how do you feel when you're coming up, right? You're raised in was it a pretty strict family or household, or what was your upbringing like?
I would say, you go to church every Sunday, right?
Okay.
And you understand you have I think the simple standard of morals is right is right, wrong is wrong.
Right, right.
Hardworking family.
Were you dogmatic though about it, or you just kind of went to church just to go to church? You weren't like following it 150%, or how did like behind your mom and your dad you do like crazy stuff?
I think I was that generation that started to break it because of athletics.
Yeah,
and you had a lot of things going on Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think my generation, I know my mom was kind of more traditional going to church. Now my grandma still goes to church, right? So I think it's just generationally, you start to kind of figure out your own lane.
Right.
In that realm, you could be.
So what happened to you?
Yeah, man, a whole lot of stuff happened to me, right?
But isn't it weird how, like, you and I are about kind of the same age. We're in our early 40s, right? Like, sort of. Or you're probably in your late 30s?
I don't want to tell my age, but I don't know you like that, man. That means you're never supposed to ask a man's age, right? Black don't crack.
Yeah.
No, I'm a 40s.
Yeah. So like, growing up in the environment where, we were kind of like traditional family values and stuff were inculcated into our it's in our DNA, right? Black and brown. We've gone through a lot. Our parents were really strict. And then somehow, I don't know what happened to us. We went down a whirlwind and life happens, I think, and we didn't turn out so bad. I mean, I'd say. No,
but think about it, like how life happened, right? I mean, we're we're that .com right after that .com cell phones. Remember,
Net
I
zero.
remember we didn't even have it. A cell phone was like in a James Bond movie.
Yeah. There were like cinder blocks, right?
Oh, that was it was a bag phone before that.
Yeah. There was a bag phone.
It was a bag phone.
And there was a
before
person that actually brought it with him to the person.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had like the bag lady.
So you really think about it, like we've grown kind of with technology, right?
Yeah,
So I mean,
sure.
right now, I mean, I couldn't imagine even people meeting each other 30 miles radius when we were growing up versus now.
Yeah.
You met at the skating rink or something like that, right? You didn't have like.
I was a skater, so you show up at the half pipe or your friend's half pipes or whatever, like kind of thing. Not talking about those pipes either.
Hey.
I saw that look you gave me, man. The bong was bringing people together, right?
It is California,
Yeah. The land of the opportunities, for sure, man.
Fruit and nuts is what my grandma would say, land of fruit and nuts.
It's a mixed bag, I'll say. I'll tell you something funny, right? Okay, we deviated a little bit, but I want to get back to you. But my wife and I were at Target, and this lady has a pineapple tattooed on her her hand or whatever it was, and then she's bagging the stuff, and she goes, "Let's be careful. Let's be careful with the bananas. We don't want the bottom to. We want to bruise the sack." And she looked right at us. And I was like, what the fuck did that mean? And then, and then she had the pineapple went like this to us. She went like this to us, like, I guess the pineapple means she's like a swinger of sorts. And, this lady was like 80 years old, dude. And I didn't have any, like, honest to God, dude, I laughed my ass off. Speaking of fruits, we're talking about a mixed bag, and it brought me back to that. I don't know why.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'll be flattered.
Yeah.
80-year-old woman trying to holler at me.
Yeah.
I would listen. I would holler back.
And she had all her teeth.
Ooh.
Talk about bagging a lady.
Hey, just like wine, it can get better with age, man. You never know what she can come out with. She may have got two new hips.
That shit was way too prune, man.
Well, she got two new hips and some new knees.
What are you going to do with that?
Hey.
She's got new knees.
I wonder what she's going to do with me, okay?
Hey, let me tell you a funny story. So see, this is what we get when you and I mix, dude. Bro, I went to a show years ago, a sitcom. I was invited to a sitcom. And then, you sit there and you watch the show. Then during the show, the warm-up guy, a comedian, he goes, "Hey, who wants to come up and win a stand, walk on row to the Charlie Sheen's new show?" And I'm in the audience thinking, fuck, I can win this, because like we said earlier, whatever you set yourself up to do, you do. And I said, it's not going to be no walk on row. It's not like my first rodeo here, So I'm like, all right, let's do it. So I get up and we're like dancing, dancing different music. And I picked like the oldest lady, dude. No joke. I picked like the oldest lady in the freaking room. Like, she's like, "Lady, you want to dance?" So we start off really nicely. And then I said, "Why don't you like hold on to the rail? I promise you it's going to be easy." And I started grinding her, dude. It's like cold. And I swear, because it was either that against like a young kid who could do backflips. And he thought he had me. And I go, all right, okay. So I literally had an ace up my sleeve. I said, I'm going to dance with like the oldest lady here in the room. So once I did that, I grinded an old lady. And then I got an envelope. Says, "You won." And it was an actual walk-on roll. Truth be told, I was on the, I became like one of the extras in what is it? What did I tell you it was? Charlie Sheen's show that he had post the 2.5 Men.
Uh-huh.
So it was a kind of a play on like a spinoff of the movie Anger Management. It was an anger management show, and I'm in that. Like it was no big deal. I got paid like $300. Got to meet some of the cool people because it was owned by the Estevez family. So Charlie Sheen's the real last name is not Sheen, as you guys know. His last name is Estevez. His real name is Estevez, Carlos Estevez, and it was kind of cool that like I get to meet his cue for him to come in is me going across. So like we had a dialogue conversation, but anyway, it was fantastic how stuff like that kind of happens. So yeah, I grind an old lady.
You're the sweetest dude I've ever met, dude. Like,
yeah,
that's why you did it. That's why you did it, because you're like, I'm just,
because you crossed like 100 ladies across the street. I got you beat.
No, but
I grind an old lady.
I really feel like, you know what a narcissist is?
Yeah.
I really feel like I might have a little bit of that trait because me and you have totally two different views on why I grabbed the old lady.
Yeah.
I'd have grabbed it because I'm like, I'm about to rock this old lady's world.
Yeah.
Because I can't get low like I used to.
Yeah.
But I can get low enough for one that's in her 70s. You know what I mean? Like, I can get that low.
She doesn't have any teeth, even better.
Hey, listen, I'm rocking her world. She gonna be like, listen, what I do with that piece of chocolate. So I'm doing it for narcissist reasons, brother. I don't know.
In your
I'm
mouth.
not doing it.
Melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Hey, like Skittles, taste the rainbow. Hey, trying to tell you.
So I thought we were gonna keep it rated PG, you guys. Almost famous. Look at this. It's oh my God, it's bro. I don't know what was in that soup earlier. Like, what do you have? Fries and what did you have? Reuben?
I had a Reuben, yeah.
Yeah, I had soup before I left. I had stew. I actually had chuck roast.
Okay.
And it was to die for.
You got to make that out of love, man. You got to take some time with it.
My wife made it, man.
Oh yeah.
My wife made such a good job at doing it, so I really enjoy it a lot. And then
you're winning. You're winning, right? You know you're winning, right?
Yeah.
You're like, my
come on,
girl,
man. You know,
like, maybe a little meal. Shit, what you having? Ground beef? No love right here. That's no love.
Hey, Brandon, I wanna circle back to what we were talking about. That's really important because you're a tenacious guy. You worked hard at your craft. You're obviously in Pachanga, bro. Like, I want to talk about the residency or like what that's like, because I do want to come out and we have some dates here, by the way. That's why I have this. We have the 28th, February 28th. You're going to be at is it Killarney's?
Yes.
8:00. HB. So that's Highland. Is it HB Highland Park? No, it's Huntington Beach, guys.
It's even wider than that, right?
And then on the March 7th, that's going to be at Pachanga, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that's the one I want to make it out to. I want to see if I can make it out.
The 13th, March 13th.
Oh, 13th. Sorry, my bad. And so what is that like? Tell me, like, I know you're a producer. You produced this whole show. Walk us through, like, I mean, from the beginning.
Producing's been a road, man. Like, I just wanted to do comedy, and I wanted to do enough time where I felt like I was connecting with the audience.
Right.
So that's what got me into producing, where I'm like, I get 5 minutes here, 7 minutes here.
Uh-huh.
I never got like 12 or 15 minutes unless I was on a show with someone that would offer me that amount of time, and I wasn't getting it consistently. So I was like, if I can book my own show, I can kind of dictate it, right? And I got enough to carry me through if I have to do 15 minutes and bring a headline and just do it right?
Yeah.
So I kind of started at this place called Give Bucks on Newport Beach, and it was probably, I mean, we used to sell this little place out with like 50 people like packed on top.
Like
and then
sardines.
I mean, we're selling drinks out of there. We're having a good time. I mean, we have it legit. I mean, we're going through the proper channels, right? But it was an amazing experience. And so we got kind of popular where the fire code started happening, where we started getting fined for too many people.
Yeah.
And we were right above a business, right? And so we were kind of taking business from, I mean, their food and beverages, their bread and butter underneath us. And we're starting to get a little buzz there because there was nothing like that in the area that was really taking off other than the big improv. Right. And so me getting a show at the improv, I just kept running into like the wall, right? Or the glass ceiling, right? So I was like, all right, let me parlay this. So I then found a Mediterranean restaurant that we turned into out of a club and brought a DJ in. It just got the atmosphere and it was going. It was just timing with the business aspect wasn't working out for me. And so I kind of took a few months off and I started hosting and just trying to book as many gigs as I can. And I consistently kept getting the host spot at Pachanga. And I just, I'm doing well, right? To the point where people are starting to come back to see me, right? And I'm just the host, right? So I'm giving you a solid 10 to 12 up top.
Wow.
That's
a rarity, bro.
But honestly, I always pride myself to like do something different. Like any of my comedy, like I try not to give the exact same show. Like you're going to hear something new every time you come see me.
That's refreshing. It's good.
Every time, whether it's going to be great or not, but it's at least I like to think I want to make myself laugh, and I can transfer this and make it visual for somebody else to be a part of it as well. So that's where I'm saying, like, even if I'm working out a joke, like, it's still, the premise will be pretty solid.
Yeah.
Right.
And
so
it's important, right? It's important to have like a variety of jokes, have a lot in your arsenal of jokes in your toolbox, so that this way it also, people don't know what to expect, right? Each show, it's different than the last.
Well, it's like you have to decide what you want to do with it, right? If you want to be a comic, you got to have a library, right?
Yeah.
But that's if you really want to be a comic. Where if you think you're funny and you want to go do just some time here and there, you can keep doing the same set and getting that time. But you have to have a library because, when you start to grow, right, people are going to want to see that variety. Wouldn't you get bored with the same jokes, seeing the same people?
Yeah. Yeah, unless they're wearing different hats or something, like something, you know what I mean? Like something different every time, or they're that good looking, right? You have to come back and see them again. But no, I mean, honest to God, you want to see variety. You want to see something new. And I think it's cool, man. Like that's different. Because I since I've gone, I popped up at different locations where I've been invited, and it's the same sets, from the last time. And I think because it works, because they think, like, I'm saying, for them anyway, they find that it's different people that are going to come in. But you're right. Like, I've seen the set too many times, so like, what else is new? Like, I don't know.
I think this is it. Like, I've studied enough of comedy and heard enough people talk about their experience and their growth in this art form, right? But I really think what it is if you're funny, right?
Yeah.
The biggest thing that I'm learning is overcoming my own insecurities, right? Because when you're out on that stage and whatever joke you're compiling has some insecurity tied to it, it's like, if I want to share this with you, and hopefully it doesn't fall flat, because that's my insecurity. But if you laugh at it, we both can make a joke out of it.
Oh, right. Like, you're bearing it all, and it's like you say something and you're like, oh shit, like, you didn't land right. Yeah, like you have to really have thick skin to kind of say, well, fuck it, it's just another,
And those are the great comics.
Yeah.
Like, they just, I don't know where they got in their process, but they got in the process where you got like a George Carlin, right? At one point when he was alive, right? I mean, he was saying stuff that, can you imagine him being a comic today? He would have been canceled, not canceled by this group, that. But it was based on giving you something where, like, if you really thought about it, that's funny. Like, I don't care who you are, that's still funny.
Yeah, you're right. So, wow. So now we're talking about, like, tipping sort of like the boat a little. Like, how do you feel like to stay true to yourself and then relevant, but then, are you okay to sort of like kind of tip that boat and kind of go there and take it to the next level of the envelope, push it a little more?
Well, that's what I always struggle with. Like, that's the struggle, I think, of the growth of comedy and being a comedian, right? Is you'll look at something and you're like, damn, that's funny, but should I go there?
Yeah.
If I go there, there's no coming back.
Right. There's a comedian slash podcaster who's doing like some outrageous, crazy stuff these days, and he's able to get away with it, it seems. But I guess, I don't know, like, I don't think he has any kind of guardrails, bro. Like, it's just off the charts. He's good. It's
but that's
funny,
what makes him good.
It's funny. It's what makes him good.
That's what makes him good. I mean,
is it Schultz? Is it Schultz? Yeah.
Andrew Schultz he's one of those guys that pushes the
boundaries, man.
But guess what? He's built that empire by pushing the boundaries. And I'm a guy like, damn, I can't wait till I get there.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be able to be like, hey, you know what? What's really changed is fat girls got attitude now.
Yeah.
They really do. Like, you ever try to you marry? You don't.
I don't have to deal with that
anymore.
anymore.
Can you imagine trying to talk to a big girl these days?
Yeah.
Big girls got attitude. I'd be like, hey, sweetie, what's up?
She's got options now.
What's up? She's like, who are you talking to? I'm like, damn. Used to be flattered.
Yeah. Right.
When a brother would holler at you.
Yeah.
Big girl. I'm talking some Moose
like,
Johnson, like blocking for the Cowboys. Moose Johnson type.
Dang.
Yes.
And what do you think is wrong with society now? Why aren't we at the place where whether people have more options at Tinder or whatever? Like, people are swiping in these days, right?
We try to make everybody comfortable.
Yeah.
We try to make. I mean, we all try to make
So
everybody
like
comfortable.
politically correct, in other words, like just like say the right thing, because if not, you can't really, you can't really like tip the boat so much that then later there's no coming back from that, and then people are gonna cancel you, and people are afraid of that cancellation.
I usually call them big girls. I just said fat girls. I wish I could take that back.
Yeah,
it's out there.
We need to actually stop the show. We can't say you can't call them heifers or fat asses.
I don't know. You gotta find something to wrestle with. I don't know what you're looking for. You gotta get, but the ones you want to wrestle with, they got attitude.
Yeah, I agree. It's nuts. It's a whole different world.
But it's really, to answer your question, is that's the biggest problem. Is we try to make sure everybody's comfortable.
The biggest problem.
Yeah, like before it was like, oh, like that person made me upset, and somebody literally would say back in the day, so what?
So do you smoke fatties or not?
Oh man, that's like a personal question.
How personal do you want to cut this out? Or?
I got a government job, man. No.
I love you more today than I did back then when we met at the show. Man, I want to know when's Bobby gonna drop that show. Man, I was about to talk about Michael Irvin, and his Coke story. You want to hear the Coke story?
Please. I mean, this guy is a Super Bowl and Coke champ.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that.
And he's still on TV.
Yeah,
he just got it. He's got it.
He got the it factor.
Got it,
We're talking about the it factor right now on a serious note. Like more, but let me tell you should I tell you the story?
Please.
Okay. So I was driving limos this one Saturday afternoon, and this is maybe 15 years ago, easily 12, 15 years ago. And I think he was working for, he had started at Fox, and he's in the car and he's going to, I forget where it is. He's going with these talking engagements, and he's in the car and he's like, all right, bro, after I'm done here. First, he doesn't shake my hand. So he's completely like, I don't know if he's put off by the smell, my cologne or perfume that I had on, but he was put off. Like he didn't shake my hand. And then he gets in the car and he goes, you know where we're going, right? And I think a couple of his friends in Chinatown, of all places, thought that was really weird. I thought I was going to get killed that night, bro. Honestly, because I went to Chinatown and I've heard that Chinatown's like one of the most dangerous places. I grew up down the street from there. I had no idea it was really dangerous. So I said, where in the fuck are they taking me? Like, where are we going here? So I drive a stretch, and that's the stretch limo. It's like a 14-passenger limo at the time. We call it it was a 14-pack. We went up to through, I forget the name of the street, anyway, down North Broadway or something, to this building, right? Completely unaware of what the outcome's going to be to this. I'm like started like panic, and it's like hoping to God that nothing bad. And just during the time, like your cell phone, it wasn't like you could barely text. You know, it was like Nokia kind of
T9,
era.
like a T9.
Yeah, it was just weird, bro. Like, and I said, fuck, I'm gonna be like, for real, if I can't call, and you had like one or two bars, you're done, right? And so we pick up these two people, and they're in the car, and they're like really friendly with me and whatnot. Turns out later that they're like swingers, right? And this is the thing, it's like a running joke with me. I mean, it happens all the time, by the way. But anyway, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. But they get in the car, and then at some point we drop them off, right? And it's him, and he goes, take us back to the hotel. So on the way, he needs to get a slice of pizza, his buddy goes. I'm like, all right. So then he picks up a hooker off of Western. Forget Hollywood.
Wait, that's pizza?
Dude, that was pizza. What kind of Morse code is that? Pizza.
Can I get a slice?
Right.
My brother need to get a slice.
That's a lot. Wait, and the cheese is about to happen too. He's about to get some cheese too. So gets the girl in the car, and then next thing you know, I'm like, all right, this is his idea of pizza. All right, I like that. That's great. So she has no underwear, and she's like freaking flapping her legs. You know, it's wild, bro, in the back. And his buddy is definitely like minding his own business, drinking. And this guy's getting comfortable. Michael Irvin's getting comfortable with this girl. Then next thing you know, he goes, "Oh, bro, we gotta, if you can, Mr. Mike wants to go, or whatever he calls him, up another street. Yeah, he's gotta go see somebody about." Buy some scissors or something. I don't know what he called it. Scissors. I'm like, okay, what's about to go down in here? Like some kinky ass shit with scissors, though. This is next level, right? I got to see this. So goes over and it's not. It's like he picks up some cocaine. And then, and you know, it's par for the course. This is Michael Irvin. So he picks up some cocaine. But it's not like a little bag. It's like a huge bag, bro, like Coke. And then maybe I say, oh, they need the scissors to cut this thing up. So it used to be they used credit cards, right? In the olden days. This guy's using scissors, sophisticated shit, right? So they don't get the scissors, cocaine. This is like they're like, you know, whatever. Idea of I guess just sort of keeping me in the dark, supposedly. I'm from the hood. I know what they were doing. I was going to pick up cocaine and hookers in the limo. And who's footing the bill? It's Fox News or whatever, you know, Fox Sports, right? Fox Sports. And I'm like, holy mother of God. So he gets off the car, and then he has the audacity to say, like, after 10, 12 hours, right, how I'm all over whipping around the whole fucking city. Oh, and he goes, hey, you know what? He goes, all right, I got an idea. How much is this? How much is the run, by the way? How's this run going to be, you know? And then I say, well, look at it. We're looking at about easily like $1,500, $1,700. And then the next thing you know, he goes, oh, no, man, you foot the bill, bro. You foot it. I don't give a shit. And he walks away with the hooker. And the guy goes, hey, man, you know, the boss says, yeah, you got to take it up with your company or whatever. And then I said, what? What do you mean after 14? I didn't even forget the tip. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I can't afford $1,400, $1,700. This fool's taking, he thinks I'm a fool, man? I said, okay, we're going to wait and set this one out. I said, the following day, the company calls me in, and then they say, hey, man, I want to find out what happened with this client, right? This client, Michael Irvin. Okay, cool. Well, this happens now. He goes, you have any dirt on him? And I go, yeah, I have a little. First he picked up a slice of pizza, all right? And the thing would look soggy. And then he picked up some scissors, supposedly, and they weren't scissors. So what was it? Do you have any, like, yeah, he picked up some cocaine. Oh, okay, well, it's Michael Irvin. Yeah, but this is, Fox was supposed to foot the bill, dude. None of this was supposed to get out. So when they put him on the phone, he said, here it is. Yeah. And I want the guy didn't do a good job. You know, the driver, he was busting a U-turn how am I going to whip a U-turn in a freaking limo, dude? Like a stretch in the middle of like Hollywood Boulevard with other people. Like, this is nuts, out of his mind. You're freaking crazy, off the charts. They don't want to talk to you. I said, let me just tell you something. I got TMZ. I said, I got TMZ on you know, freaking, on speed dial. That's all I got to tell you. Right away, he cleaned up his act. He said, hey, you know what? The guy was amazing. Tack on an extra $100. Let's forget this whole thing. That was the Michael Irvin story I had for you, bro. Wild, wild night. I mean, one of the most wild. I had quite a bit of wild ones. We had the Kamala Harris one.
But, I mean, all this goes down in a limo?
All this is going down in a limo. And,
God, I'm poor.
Yeah. What?
I'm poor, man. I've never heard all that happening in a limo.
Oh yeah. It was insane, man. I mean, you know what? Hold on, sorry. I honest to God, I honestly didn't know like some of the things that have happened in the limo, because we used to have the Diva 101, or well, it was the 110, I think, and it was Jack Nicholson's limo.
Oh, wow.
And Jack Nicholson used to smoke weed freely. And he'd be like, you know, he'd be smoking weed in the back. And then he'd be talking to the cops and be like, hey, guys, how we doing? Like after the, you know, the events. And he was smoking. This is before. This is prior. This is when marijuana was illegal.
Oh,
you know? And oh, dude, all sorts of things would happen. Dude, we had to air out the car because these people would come in and we're driving like, a pilgrimage of children with your priests and whatnot, and it reeks of weed, and they're like, what's that smell? And I go, oh, it's a new spray I got, you know, for the car. It's a spray I got. It's supposed to make the car smell like a brand new car.
Everybody gets the same car. Kids, you're getting in the car. Jack Nicholson was just high as
right. And then later it was some lady that was looking for her thong in the car. Lady looking for her thong. All that would happen in the space of a whole day, dude. Like, you know, it was insanity. Honest to God, I had some pretty crazy stories, man.
Wow.
I pick up the book, Juicy Divas, Confessions of a Limo Driver, and let me plug in Juicier Divas, Confessions of a Limo Driver. And I got volume 3 happening. We're not scratching the surface. I did it for 25 years. I got some pretty solid, crazy stories. That one was a good one. Or Michael Irvin was a good one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, but you have some great comedy stories, because let me ask you, when you prepare to get on stage, because you're well prepared and you know you got all your stuff down and whatnot, and you're ready to roll, you're ready to just bring it, right? You're ready to bring it. Is there, like, when you're in the green room, what kind of shenanigans happen back there? Like people getting blowjobs or doing like craziness or
man, I don't know. Well, you know what? I'm so nervous.
yeah.
So
About getting a blowjob or
that sounds like it's a location problem. It's oh God. Cats out the bag there. Woo. Yeah.
No, but I mean, like, what sort of things happen?
You know, I get so nervous.
You get nervous?
Very nervous. I'm nervous to the point where I don't sit in the green room. I'll actually start pacing, looking over my notes and trying to figure it out. And then I want to hear the comic that's on stage before me to catch the beat of the crowd, right?
Okay.
And it clicks for me like probably 2 to 3 minutes before I'm going on stage.
Okay.
Like, all right, I got him. Like, I know where I'm going. I got him.
Beautiful, man.
Right. But the whole thing about like staying on script or notes that way, I don't think I can ever do that because I have to customize what I'm going to deliver to the majority that's going to sit there and listen. So that joke, I might have done the same joke, but I got into it differently than LA versus Orange County.
Bro, my hats off to you, man. Honest to God, I commend you. That's really, it sounds, I don't know, it sounds to me like not only do you have to deal with like the nerves, you know, in your stomach, like, oh, shoot, they're in knots. Now you also have to deal with your delivery, how you're going to deliver it to that particular group of people, if you will, or you know, attendees to the show. Like, because you have to know how to work the crowd depending on the place you're at. So that to me, man, it's very commendable. I just wanted to tell you that.
Well, I think it's like we've talked off camera. Like it's about what do you want to do with comedy, right? Like again, I want to tell this art form of something I feel that's funny that I want to make relatable to the majority of the audience. So I have to customize it to where I'm at. I have to give them that respect to say like, hey, I get it. This is where we're at. So this would make more sense if I told the joke in this fashion versus this fashion.
So what if you have a place where there's people in wheelchairs and there's people that have certain conditions, handicap perhaps, or like
I just make sure everybody put their safety pedals on. It's about to be some fun shit. Get in the line, girl. I go and check a girl out. You know what I mean? Make sure, girl, you need to be on safety. I'm trying to holler.
That's crazy, man. How do you navigate it? What if they jump you after the freaking show, dude?
Hey, that means I did a good job.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You made quite the impression, right?
Absolutely. I'm gonna take that compliment.
Yeah.
My self-esteem is rough,
yeah,
man.
right?
I'm insecure. Why do you gotta do this shit?
Yeah.
Can't be secure to go up there and tell jokes. You gotta be like, I hope y'all think this is funny too. Shit, I'm scared, okay? Laugh at this. Yes, thank God. Somebody else is as twisted as I am inside, right?
Right.
Yeah. Like you over there thinking like, damn, I would have put the safety brake on one I saw.
Yeah.
You see some good-looking wheelchair girls back in the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you ever date anybody that was in a wheelchair?
I dated a special needs girl once.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I mean well, I got upset because she never wanted to use a handicap sticker because her handicap wasn't that bad. She was like, one leg was longer than the other, so she went from 5'3" to 5'4", 5'3" to 5'4". And I used to get mad. We go to the Lakers game, and she would always like park so far away, and I gotta be walking, and she's walking. I'm walking with this chick going 5'3" to 5'4" the whole time. I'm like, damn, we can get close. We can park next to LeBron. You got a handicap. They were girls.
Oh my God. So I mean everyone loves a good laugh, right? And it's usually it's on the backs of somebody for sure, and unfortunately it's like a tragedy or people love that kind of stuff. Like I mean, within reason, because I like,
Right.
unfortunately, I don't say unfortunately, but it's sad that things like that have to happen. You know, like Gabby Petito. Like I was talking to a famous person not long ago about the Gabby Petito thing, and it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's almost like thank God she died. You know what I mean? Because we have a show, and I could really like have a good time. You know, it's like it made it seem like it was necessary, like a necessary evil, literally. You know, so that way you can enjoy your night.
You really felt that way?
No, I didn't. The person I was talking to,
they felt that much joy.
Yeah, like that much joy. They were really excited about talking about the Gabby. Which
how did they feel about OJ then? If that's how they felt about.
Well, let me tell you. I don't know if you know this, but I'm friends with Thomas Riccio, the guy that set up OJ. Used to be my neighbor, and I used to drive him and everything. He's the coolest dude ever. Crazy stories and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I know OJ did it. He confessed to Thomas. He confessed to Thomas Riccio that he did. I swear to you, he said he basically confessed that he did. And there's also this thing about like it's more of, I don't know if it was like great TV for some people, because they milked the hell out of this O.J. Simpson trial. I mean, they don't. By the way, they don't. We don't watch anything, any trials with celebrities per se, other than they got it now all like just drawings, right? And it's down to that. So it used to be that you were in the courthouse per se, right? Figuratively speaking, you're watching it through TV,
right.
And now they don't televise any of that. But it was like the biggest shows. Like, and it's funny. Here's a crazy story. The guy that shot, like, there was a video of his daughter, so OJ's daughter, at a rehearsal, or she had some kind of a show at her school in Brentwood, and my friend filmed that. My buddy filmed that. So I had two connections to the O.J. Simpson show.
Wow.
And then the guy, I was going to say the guy used my knife, but no. We should cut this off. We should just cut this whole part.
But you know what's crazy? The whole OJ thing was when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Is when that happened. And I'll never forget him driving that white Ford Bronco down the 405. And I'm like, damn.
Salivating, right?
It was like, he was just driving. He was just driving. It was like I was watching, being from Chicago, I'm like, I feel like I'm watching like
the game,
a movie. Like, yo, this dude really just drive. They said he just did whatever. Cause I wasn't that in tune with it where I can say I followed the details, but I'm like, damn,
the whole world was
every
into
television's got this white Bronco going down. So when they came back out with the Bronco, I said, there's gotta be a way that he's gonna be the spokesperson for the Bronco.
I went to a massage parlor, a Chinese massage or whatever. Oh, they're all Chinese, right? But I went to in Alhambra, and they were watching the thing, and it was in Chinese. Like, the OJ
So
Simpson.
you would have got a massage while OJ was on the 405.
Yeah,
what
the
you telling
405.
me.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in school, you getting a massage.
That's right.
See the different lives you lived?
I know, man. It was
oh
nuts.
my God.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No, the juice would have been I would have produced the hell out of that commercial. I'd had juice and some gloves, driving that white Bronco.
Yeah.
The 2022 version of it.
Yeah.
Just, he would have been there. Man, we'd have gave him a tricked out Ford Bronco for the juice.
Who was driving the Bronco?
I don't know. It was a boy.
Player
It was
too.
a boy. I didn't follow it that much. I just never seen a black person go to trial and win like that.
Yeah, he won.
I said, damn, he took all the wins for the decade.
If it don't fit, you must have quit.
He took a decade of wins for him.
Yeah.
That's what happened to R. Kelly. OJ took the last win. I told him.
Yeah. R. Kelly, and you told him, right?
I said, OJ got all them wins, bro. You got to go. You still under the juice decade.
Dang,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, they did so many jokes. I mean, like OJ should have been paid for all the jokes. These people made money off of them. Everyone milked the OJ.
Man, I don't even know what really. I haven't watched any of the Netflix specials or anything. I just honestly, I'm just tired of kind of watching so much negativity. I'm trying to make fun of all of it.
Yeah,
because it's like even
what,
being a stand-up comic, right?
Yeah,
like
let's talk
if
about that.
I, as a stand-up comic, was to go out and do something outlandish and crazy, would make me more popular than trying to build it, being like, hey guys, this is funny about my kid. Or the jokes that hit home where I'm trying to relate to people, right? And I think just because negativity is such a big push right now, and that's all right, it's to each his own.
Yeah.
But I think that's simple and
so
easy.
you make it positive. Anything negative, you make it positive.
I try to make it where
Yeah.
someone can relate to whatever I just said, and it's in a heartful way where you don't get offended by it. But it doesn't matter how you do it; somebody's going to be offended.
Someone's always going to be offended.
Right, and that's the difference.
What do you call the people that get offended?
They don't like my joke. They
Which
don't
is
think
weak.
it's tasteful. Like I don't have any ill will towards it. Like you can tell me a comic's funny, and I'll be like, I would watch them and go like, well, that's that style. It's just not my cup of tea.
Is it because they keep it too safe? Sometimes, like too safe.
No, or they can go too far.
Yeah.
There's some comics that I'm like, damn, he's so funny, but he goes too far.
So it's distasteful at some point. Yeah. There's a point where, it's funny, it's relatable, you can resonate with that. And then there's, oh my God, he just took it there. Like, wow, like shocking, like the shock value.
But that's us talking about it, because there's some people that like super dark humor where I'm like, I can't get my head around that one.
Yeah.
Like I can't find that funny because to me it's harmful.
Yeah, well, some people, like, for example, like, we talk about the OJ, but it wasn't funny that Nicole Simpson or her friend had to die. I mean, that's just, no one should be, anyone that dies, it's obviously very hurtful to the families. It's always that open wound, that just a gaping wound that never closes. And
I mean, if you're trying to bring light to their death, right?
Yeah.
If you're trying to make light of death, I think I never go there.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone's not with us anymore, I think that's, and it's something they did that I can make relatable that I think is funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh at that, right?
Yeah.
Like Charlie Murphy is forever gonna be funny just because of the Rick James to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm sad that he's dead. It's not, I can't make light of his death, but I can say, yo, that brother, that Rick James skit that brother did was funny.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen his stand-up. I don't know if he's any good, but I've seen his skit performances, and it was great. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I loved your stand-up comedy, man. When you were on the BD Freeman show, I think I'm going to charge them. I'm going to have to send them a statement or bill for this.
No, they need to get it out there. I'm trying to get canceled.
Yeah.
That way my career can blow up. If I get canceled, I'm doing better than trying to build it. You know what I mean? They be like,
I really think that we did a good job at canceling ourselves on that show.
Oh,
so I can hardly wait till that show drops.
It's like I said, I'm either gonna be really famous because of you.
Yeah.
And I mean, but because I was on the show with you, or because like people are gonna ask me like I know you.
Yeah.
Like you told the story. Like, I mean, I hate to say it. Like if the FBI comes, I'm like, I know exactly where his studio's at. We can go there because that dude did say those things about.
Yeah, but then you're an accomplice because you were there. So like you probably know more than you're saying.
I'm black, bro. You know that. So I'm already guilty just being with you. And I'm dark too. You got a chance.
They're gonna deport me, bro.
I don't. Yeah.
I'm gonna get deported.
They might get you. I was worried, man, because they were starting that Make America Great stuff again, man. Yeah. And I live by Newport Beach, and they did this boat parade, and these guys were like, "Yo, you want to get on this boat?" And I'm like, "Man, last time black people got on a boat with white people, so I don't know if I should go on this parade, man. Y'all got to do that with the Mexicans, man. I don't know what kind of boat. Elon got one up. Try it. I'm cool.
I want to get off on Cancun, bro.
I'm cool. I don't need no boat ride.
I got my white wife. She's gonna take. We're gonna go in the freaking. We're gonna see. Want to go right there, Cancun. Drop us off right there.
Okay.
I'm ready for that.
Your wife is
white.
Is white?
Yeah.
Oh man, you found you one with good credit, huh?
Well, I got not only that, I got a green card.
And she cook.
She cooks.
You win
for the gods.
You winning.
It's like mom. God rest her soul. She's cooked so good. Yeah, but I'm winning. Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure. I got to tell you. I mean, like, if they show up at my house, she's the one that's gonna answer the door.
I'ma hide behind her. Hey, I got my paperwork in order. I got me a white. Why you think I be over there? You know?
Yeah, I know. You're over
there.
Yeah.
I get it.
But she's probably, if she turns on me, she's gonna say no. He's the gardener. He's Jose. Take him.
Better make sure you take the trash out.
That's right.
Telling people where you really live.
So that's why I'm always good, and I clean out everything. Clean, make sure. Cook sometimes, wash the dishes, and take the puppies out for walks.
Do you think sometimes she like sometimes she say to herself like, "Damn, I got a good Mexican."
Yeah.
Like he be cooking, cleaning, he be doing the lawn.
But she found out that she's found out they're $1,000. Well, go ahead.
I didn't know, man, Mexican dudes, y'all do a lot.
Yeah.
I got to step my game up. I didn't know y'all was out here doing all that.
Cutting the grass.
Cutting the grass, too. God damn.
Hey, bro, let me tell you, I'm pool boy at times, part-time pool boy. We got a huge swimming pool down in that place.
No wonder they say brothers ain't good dudes right around here, man. We can compete with y'all. Y'all pool boys, too. Watch the
And
cars.
I know how to swim. But I didn't need my cousin's Mexican doesn't know how to swim.
You sure you're not black, man? You know they say a lot of us can't swim. I live too close to water. I got to get out of there.
None of my black friends ever go to the beach. That's for sure.
They don't get in water they can't see the bottom of.
Right.
You see, we be out there like that.
But I'm afraid because my wife's, you know what, my wife found out that they're offering $1,000 if you catch yourself a Mexican. You got a Mexican, you know, $1,000.
It's cheaper to keep you.
Yeah.
You're worth more than 1,000. You cutting the grass, man.
I'm handsome, and I'm a 6'4.5" Mexican that's mixed. Mixed blood.
So you saying you've gotten out of some situations because you're so tall, huh?
Yeah, you know.
You're like this, right?
I
get
like those people that say, "Oh, I'm a Spaniard." No, I don't say that. But I'm grateful for, you know, God just putting me on this earth, you know, God's green earth, and the fact that I'm in this. You're part of my world now, you know, that part of my space for sure. I can't breathe, damn it. No, but I'm happy that you're here. But and honest to God, I really think that. That you have the it factor. We talked about the it factor, and you really do have it, man. I mean, honestly, I really and you know, to know you is to love you, man. You're a good guy, you know.
Man, I try to be, man. It's like I said, it's
tough world, huh?
It's not really tough. You gotta just do what's right because you got a shot, right? Because it takes one person to ruin it.
Yeah.
Even if it's not even true or entirely true, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they never see what provoked it, right? They always see how you respond. So, like, it's
all about responding.
That's just it, man. It's like, you know this game. It's not like I can't say I've always had everything on my side. I've been burnt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's some days where I'm just like, you know, I get a little hate and then I try to, like, shake it off and, like, and just say, it's too short, man. Life is too short, man. I lost my mom. She was 49 when she passed. So,
I'm so sorry to hear, bro.
So, like, when I think of that, I'm like, damn, like, she had her whole life.
49. You know? I lost my mom about 3 months ago. She's 79 for cancer, and just you know very well. It just changes your life in more ways than one. You appreciate, but my mom was 79. Your mom was 49. Wow. When did this happen?
Oh man, this happened.
You were a child, probably.
No, this happened in 2008.
Oh, okay. Wow. That was 16 years ago, 17?
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah,
it really rocked your world. Is it, you know, stuff like that, bro?
It
how do you make sense of it, man?
You never do. Like you never make sense of it.
Mm-hmm.
You try to remember the things she instilled in you and those morals and stuff like that. And then you try to remember like for me, like the things that were therapeutic for me is remember all the funny things we had, like the funny times she made you laugh. But the difficult thing is
holidays, huh?
Holidays, but you're starting to feel like you get to that age where you're like, you see people going back to their mom and their dad, or
that's right,
they have issues, right? And you just say to yourself, like, you have no idea what it's like to not have mom.
Yeah.
You know, for so long, where you just like, damn, I just wish I could, because mom just know how to have it make sense.
Mom knows best, bro.
Yeah, and they know how to make it. It's gonna be all right, no matter how bad it is. They just know what to say to you and how to tell you, like, no matter what you're going. So I felt like I've had to climb out a few holes, like, by myself. So that's why I say to stay out of them is to just stay positive and laugh at shit.
Yeah, and that's beautifully said. I think, I believe that you've actually found that recipe. I mean, it's nothing like being able to laugh at a good joke and 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 stay and still, like for you, it's staying positive, and the positivity is palpable, man. I feel the positivity. I just want you to know you're super generous in how you treat people, man. I really, it means, it speaks volumes of the kind of person you are, more so the extension of yourself, your mom, how she inculcated those great values in you,
like,
man.
but that was my family, like my grandfather, right? Like,
Yeah.
like I think you want to just know that people have memories of you in a certain light.
Yeah.
Like, people may not like me, but they still gotta be like, man, like, but he's not a bad dude. I just don't like him.
Yeah.
Like, if that's what everybody can say about me, I won.
Yeah, because that's validation.
Right?
It's some kind
Listen,
there's no
he's
such thing
not
as bad publicity.
He's not a bad dude.
Yeah.
I just don't like him.
Yeah.
And if that's how I go out across
Yeah.
a lot of people's, that's how they check me out. It's like, I won. Because the people that love you, they just love you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They
Oh,
just
right,
love
right,
you,
right,
right?
right.
But if everybody that you cross paths with, because your circle is your circle, they
Yeah.
love you, right?
Yeah.
But
So outside of your
outside of it, if you be like, hey, I
your
don't
comfort
like
zone.
him,
Yeah.
but he all right, man. He's all right, dude. I just don't like him,
Yeah.
right? Or
Yeah.
listen, from what I hear, he's a good dude. I don't like
You're
him.
not gonna rub every same way, man. Like
No,
some people
like,
are just
I'm
not gonna
not
like
gonna
you. You're
like
not gonna
me.
give you a fair shake, and that's
But
life.
this, I can say this. I don't like them either, probably.
Chances are you don't like them either.
Checkmate. Like, I don't like you. It's cool.
Right.
Like, it's cool, because I'm going to be all right.
Yeah, no matter what. I
Right.
mean, that's something that's important that you just finished saying. Like, a lot of people, they take the poison. I hate this person, but you know what? That person that you hate might not even care that you hate them. You're the only one carrying the cancer with you, so to speak. And that's why it's important to just, just let things slide off your back, man, and keep moving forward.
I don't
even give it a thought.
hate anyone.
Yeah.
I don't hate, because I'm like, I don't like them. Like, and just like they don't like me, I reserve to give them the same. I have the right to give them the same energy back.
Yeah.
I don't like you either, right?
This is America. You can hate whoever you want.
can, and that's if we just all went about that, that'd be so much easier.
Just hate each other.
Not
Fuck
hate.
it.
Hate's different, right? I just don't like. It's people. If I don't like you, I just don't like you.
tell
Like,
me,
if
man.
you drop your wallet and I don't like you, depending on how much I don't like you, I might pick it up and give it to you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
or
but
give it to you and say, I found the wallet, keep the money.
Yeah.
Give
Right.
it back to that guy. You know what I mean?
It's beautiful.
But it's not, but at the end of the day, that's my choice, right?
Yeah.
But my whole life, I just want to be respected. Like,
think
and
so.
respect is like,
Yeah.
respect is, you don't have to do and be a part of anything that I
Right.
choose to be or
Yeah.
do. You just have to say, he's a good dude, or he's all right. I just don't like him. I respect him, but I just don't like him.
Yeah.
And that's it, because I respect everybody.
Yeah. It's true.
Right?
And I think it's important. It's important to respect one another and put out the respect. The same, like they say, do unto us you like them to do unto you. I mean, that goes without saying. If you, whatever you put out, or like the old adage of the Indian or Native Americans is like, whatever you do to the water, you do to yourself, because you drink all that water.
Right.
So you want to be remembered, and you have those qualities. And I think what you have, those traits are there that are innate in you from early on in your DNA is important, man, because it right now, like, honestly, earlier on, you took care of me, man, and I really appreciated that. You bought me the French fries and the ketchup and the salt. And,
You were the cheapest date I've ever had, man.
It's insane.
I mean, you made that shit sound so romantic, too.
Yeah.
You like,
It
you
was a
got me the French
delicacy.
fries and the ketchup and the salt.
It was such a decadent thing, right?
No, man.
But yeah, I mean that, man.
I
mean
also
that.
understand what you offer me, your platform to come up and speak to you is priceless.
Yeah, thank you.
It's priceless, because
Yeah.
when you get famous, I could be like, yo,
I'm almost famous.
I was on your show. Remember that show?
Yeah.
And you'll be like, I got you. I'll see you, like everybody in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I see you in like 3 weeks. I got you on my next one. Cool.
And we waiting by the phone?
And you don't say nothing. Because that
sounds very familiar.
It's happened. And that's a part of the process, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
That's a part of the
Yeah.
like when people are like, I can't believe this happened. I'm
Yeah.
like, you know how many times it's happened? It's happened to me on a level to the point I don't even publicly name drop half the people that are in spaces where if they didn't even provide me an opportunity, if they just endorse me, my life changes.
Wow.
Just be like, hey, that's my guy. It would change my life.
Well, you got a seat at my table.
Absolutely. And as I built mine, you got one in mine, brother.
Thanks,
always,
bro.
man. So thank you so much.
You know, I know we're going to wrap up soon, believe it or not, and I tell this to most of my people, this is a revolving door. You'll get to come back again for part 2 because it's just not enough freaking time, bro. In an hour, it's like we got some stuff covered. A lot of fun times. Specifically because we want to have this dialogue before we have this conversation. It was pressing on me, like I got to get you on because I know we had met at the BD Freeman show, and what a blast that show is. I wish the world could see it now.
When that show drops,
yeah,
that show with a little bit of momentum is going to be huge. It couldn't have been laid out more where the tempo of the topics just all melted together to have a complete show that's like, these dudes were hilarious about what's happening today and things that are relevant today.
It was maniacal in more ways than one. It was insanity. I mean, in its purest form, like the cocaine that
Irvin, you were driving people to pick it up. They deliver that stuff now. What I hear,
this,
you can get the pizza and the scissors off it.
Well, I think Michael Irvin was still sending letters through the Pony Express.
And he didn't want to pay the limo driver. Can you imagine what that Uber ride would look like today? He would just be doing circles around LA.
Because the guy didn't want to pay the fucking car. The guy would have gone in circles.
The map from your phone.
The Waymo? That's beautiful. My folks, that's our show today. My good man, Brandon Johnson, just promise me this. If you can take me, let's just say, I don't want to write your coattails per se. You take me under your wing, okay? And
don't say
help
if,
me out.
when. Say when.
When
you're ready. When you're ready.
When I'm ready.
When you're ready.
Okay.
Because only thing that's holding you back from doing anything is deciding what do you want to do with it.
It's true. Truth be told, man. You're right. You're right about that. I'm gonna sleep on it tonight and then get back to you in a year.
I'm here, man.
But no, honestly, I'm truthfully very, very humbled that you're here and we got to break bread earlier. Thank you so much for covering the cost, and we have to do this again, man.
Please, man,
sure.
anytime, man.
Yeah?
It's so much fun, man.
Man.
This is funny, man. I gotta hear more stories, man. That limo, man. That taxi cab confessions don't have shit on a limo.
Thank you. They can't hold up a light to that.
No.
Right?
Every once in a while, when I was a kid, I'm like, oh my gosh, she took her panties off in the taxi. You had pizza.
And the lady
and
took
scissors with a credit card.
The lady had her thong. Well, the story goes that the lady lost her thong.
We got to hold that one to the next one. Fair enough.
All right, guys. That's our show. Almost Famous. Tune in. Follow my good man, good friend, Brandon Johnson.
It's Brand Johnson, BRAN Johnson Comedy on Instagram. Please give me a follow.
Yeah. Otherwise, guy, I'm going to have to introduce you to the other Brandon Johnson. Because I actually know that guy too. Remember I was telling you?
That's crazy.
And then the mayor also of Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago, right?
Yeah, maybe we can hang out in the speakeasies.
Talk about some pizza and scissors, man.
Isn't that Little Caesar? All right, guys, that's our show. Take it away.
Thank you.